Say my two primary reasons were Rian Johnson and Rian Johnson. I love Ryan's stuff. I always have. I love him as a person. I've known him a long time, and um, I just think he's just sharp. He's sharp, 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 and I love people who love movies as much as Ryan does, and I love people who love genre as much as Ryan does, and I think he's deeply, deeply. He's a deep lover, aficionado, student of mystery writing, mystery films. We both love noir films. You know, like he was one of the people who ran up to me when I made Motherless Brooklyn and was so excited. And he just he was someone he was on the short list of like if he calls me up, you know, whatever it is, sort of sight unseen, I'm in. And the fact that it was the follow on to such a terrific film was just, you know, icing on the cake. But really, really, I wanted to work with Ryan. The thing that delighted me the most was that within a totally entertaining uh, piece, he chose the things he chose to stick a fork in a little bit are absolutely perfect for the moment that we're in. And I've always liked anything that has a feeling for the zeitgeist, for the moment that you're living in, because I think one of the things people get most out of going to the movies is seeing things reflected where they see themselves within it, right? Or their own time or their whatever. It adds a certain, even in comedy, even in, you know, a mystery. I think if people can feel that it's of their moment, then it has a certain special zest to it. Miles is, I think, a person who's very convinced that he's the center of not only his own story, but pretty much everyone else's story, and the world's story. To say that Miles ha- um, has conviction in his own importance would be an understatement. But I also think that the thing I really like about what Ryan, what Ryan's very terrific at doing is no, everybody's everybody he writes is superficially one thing, but then has some sort of a layer of the real under them. And Miles, I think that Miles's affection and his sentiment and his love of his friends, it is sort of opens up a soft spot for you, I hope, in him, despite his let's say more egotistical characteristics. If you do ensemble work and it's really working, it feels like a theater troupe. You know what I mean? It's like if you come from theater, which I did, it's delightful. It's in this case, a lot of different people have to have chemistry with each other. With, you know, there's multiple combinations of and then there's the group as a whole. And fortunately, partly because of the humor Ryan injected into these, but also it's just, I mean, you know, everyone in the group, I think, had a slice of clown in them, and I think it ended up being like one of those circus cars where the clowns keep piling out of it. Um, Day after day, it was just a lot of laughter. Ryan is he's the best combination of qualities. He's supremely confident and in control of what he's doing. He's deeply prepared. Um, but he's incredibly relaxed. He's a very almost disarmingly relaxed personality who doesn't overmanage. He loves actors. You always feel him covering his mouth and turning away in laughter, and in a weird way, it gives you this great feeling. Like you can tell he gets pleasure out of it. He gets pleasure out of actors. He's hoping you'll surprise him. Um, so he's just a great combination of in command and yet not not strangling or throttling a thing. He lets people do their thing, and looks for kind of unexpected magic and unexpected humor, and he's just a delight. He's a complete delight. He's one of the most easygoing and confidence inspiring directors.